Right then, so Paul's family, Dad and Sister Jan, have been staying in 5248, which is an accessible outside cabin. Now, as you can see, it's right at the back of the ship, and the nearest lift is quite a walk down there, isn't it, Paulie? Yeah. On the deck plans, it didn't look too far, but actually it's been a real challenge for your sister to walk that far, hasn't it?
My dad's on a mobility scooter, but my sister's also got mobility issues where she has to walk with a stick.
Yes.
And it's about as far away from a lift as it could be, really.
So that has been challenging.
Which I find odd that they were putting an accessible cabin so far away
from the lift. Yeah, all previous cabins have been closer, haven't they? Also, has been unfortunately, this is an accessible cabin that the first time your dad said he wouldn't stay in here again, isn't it? Because of, we'll tell you the issues now. Let's start with some positives. Yeah. So lots of wardrobe space in this cabin, as you'll have seen in our sheltered balcony review. So you've got a large wardrobe there, you've got your shelves there, plus the large safe, and you've also got some additional drawers there. So not as much storage as we've got, but this room's very long, sort of long and thin, isn't it? Which is where some of the issues occur. Because if you look down here, I don't know if you can see a visible lump in the carpet. Now, Jan's nearly tripped over that twice, and I actually tripped over it when I walked in, didn't I, Paulie?
So you get to here.
Yeah, you can see. So there's a little bit of a trip hazard there, which is difficult for.
It's like they've made a sort of.
They've made an adjustment, haven't they?
Made a ramp to go into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And they've covered it with
the carpet, so you can't see it.
You see my foot there and my foot there. Yeah. You can see the difference in the height.
Yeah.
And of course, when you're walking, it's like late at night or whatever.
Yeah.
When
you just got to be careful.
Yeah, so.
But the bathroom, they've been very happy with the bathroom. It's a decent size, and you've got your chair for the shower. You've also got your handrails. You've got your washing line. So you've got lots of support there if you're a little unsteady in the shower. And good for floor space, isn't it? So you could get the mobility scooter in. Same issue with our cabin. The water temperature's been a little bit unpredictable, hasn't it? Sometimes very hot, sometimes not. But otherwise, you get the same lovely Quercus body lotion, etc., and shower gel here. And then when you come into the main cabin, when they first came here, they had the beds as a double configuration, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they had difficulty getting the mobility scooter around. Since they split it into singles, it's better because they can then turn in this space here. But what's occurred now is the lamps and the bedside tables are obstructing all their view. And you can't move these lamps because they're fixed to the bed.
They're fixed to the bed. So that's all part of their scooter. So even if you thought to yourself, well, I'll unplug because you could, obviously the cable goes somewhere.
Yeah.
But even if you thought to yourself, well, I'll forego having a bedside lamp and move this somewhere else, there isn't anywhere else to move in.
No.
That wouldn't be in the way.
Yeah.
So if you're sat here thinking, I wonder where we are today, well,
you can see just when you go like that, but you don't want to do that. You want to sit like that, don't you? And that's the view that they've got.
And they said this thing here is
the blind to when here, because they're at the back of the ship, they've felt quite a bit of engine noise, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
It's just rubbish, isn't it, really?
Well, and it rattles.
Yeah.
It's been rattling as well. So, so there's quite a few concerns in this cabin, which is a shame because the cruise has been, the rest of the ship's amazing. And if you look at our vlogs, you'll find out how good the Queen Mary 2 is.
Just to interrupt you a second, it's like Carole had a breakfast in bed the other day. Now we got that table.
Same table as that.
Yeah, but we've got sofas, we've got I mean, for my dad and my sister, who do struggle a bit, if you had a breakfast delivered, it would mean that you either got to have it all over the bed, or you've got to have it there. And if you have it there,
you'd have to move the chairs.
You haven't got anywhere to sit and actually physically eat
Well, you
the
could
breakfast.
Move that chair and that chair either side of the table, but you'd have to move the table out.
Yeah.
So one thing we didn't mention in our cabin reviews, the table does lift up, doesn't it? Remember? You've got to do the handle. That's it. You can. It's an adjustable height, but it's quite stiff. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it's going up and down. Yeah, but it's quite difficult to do. With someone with disability, you just wouldn't manage that, would you? you get your tea and coffee facilities. You've got the plugs that you can see here. You've got 2 English plugs and you've got the 2 USA plugs. And again, if you need equipment with you by the bed, if you've got disabilities, then there's no plugs by the bed. So that's another issue. You've got your hairdryer and stuff in there, and you've also got your fridge as normal in there, and your TV, which is a lot smaller than the one we got in our room. So from an accessibility point of view, this hasn't worked for our family.
The trouble is, we get some people say, "Oh, you're having a moan again," but what we want to try and do is point out, like, if you have got accessible needs like my dad has and my sister has, I'm fairly confident that if you book this cabin, you'd be disappointed.
Yeah.
So that's the purpose. The purpose is not for us to moan.
No.
But if we don't point out the pitfalls, these videos are a waste of time.
Yeah. But also, your dad has stayed in, 6, 7, 8 other accessible cabins, which we've actually got a post on our website all about all the different accessible cabins that John stayed in. So I'll put a link in the description too, so you can compare what other lines have to offer too.
But if you've got a spare half an hour or so to just rattle through them, you'll probably go through all of it in that time.
Yeah.
You'll see easily this is the worst one.
Yeah,
by
exactly.
a distance, to be fair, and which is unfortunate.
Yeah, because the ship's amazing.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But do make sure you check out the balcony one that Kathy stayed in, because that was totally different, and it's on the same ship.
Yeah.
So the key is, do your research of your cabins before you book it, particularly if you need additional needs.
Totally.
So thanks for watching.